Right now, Joe Biden is closing in on the 270 needed electoral votes to secure the presidency. He sits at 264. President Trump has 214, according to the Associated Press. But legal challenges are looming. Color 10's Bailey Stroll talked to a political expert and learned it could be a while before we see definitive results in this.
Yeah, Heather, there is no law, though, that says we have to have a decision today or even by the end of the week. But today we spoke with a political expert at Missouri State University about the different scenarios that could happen in the presidential race. And the main question being, is this an unprecedented election, or have we seen something like this before?
It is out of the norm given past elections, but COVID has taken us outside of the norm in so many ways. And so the fact that ballots are still being counted, there's nothing problematic. It's outside the norm.
Dr. Kevin Pybus with Missouri State University says this unknown space we're in now is very similar to the Bush versus Gore election in 2000. Results were unknown for weeks, margins were tight, and both candidates filed litigation. He says that's the most likely scenario this year, as the Trump campaign has already filed lawsuits to halt the vote count in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. But instead of the hanging Chad debate in 2000, any disputes in this election will center around mail-in ballots and transparency.
It's hard to know what's just rumor right now and what is real, but you're already seeing allegations of misconduct among people counting the votes and on the signature issue, whether they're matching the signature on record, whether they can be counted if they arrive late, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Lastly, what if either candidate refuses to concede? Pybus says in the next few days or weeks, it's in both candidates' best interest to stay in this race.
I guess at some point it might become unreasonable not to concede, but as long as the litigation is still alive, then that's probably the prudent thing to do. Ideally, one of them would have claimed a decisive victory yesterday. I think that would have been just better emotionally for the nation, but 2020 is not dealing those kind of cards.
No, it is not. And while the no law requires results anytime soon, the law does state that we have to have final certified results by the time the Electoral College members cast their votes officially on December 14th.